Okay, can we get everybody situated here? It's one of the more unique presentations we have at DY. So I need your attention. On Maestro, Mr. Alex Pendleton. Here we go. Okay, can we all stand and keep standing as Elena and Dulcie sing the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Okay, that was fantastic. Thanks, Dulcie and Elena. Um, Before we get started, let me have everybody's attention. This is one of the most unique events that occurs here at DY. This is not something that occurs at every high school. It's unique to this school, and you'll hear me say over and over, there is an interesting bond that occurs amongst DY graduates. And as the students in front of you, the class of 2022, we're a day away from them, becoming that fabled DY graduate. This particular event is something that I have cherished my 21 years here. It is unique. I expect, students in the crowd to show these students that are in front of us their undivided attention and respect, because you will be sitting there at one point. Okay, this is the first time since 2019 that we have had a whole school assembly and we are all together. It is awesome. It really is. It's awesome. And I really, really respect everything that's happened to the class of 2022 and to the students that are in the crowd that will eventually be graduates. It's been difficult, and as a principal, I'm so proud to stand up here in front of you, but none of it would be possible without the outstanding teachers that you have day in and day out in your classrooms. That is who has made this event, the graduation, possible. So really, take a look at that and think about it. Every day when these kids show up, when you guys show up to school, your teachers are there getting you prepared to be in this seat. It is a daunting task, and I couldn't be more grateful for the work that's done in this building, students and staff. And like I said, it's the first time since 2019. It's awesome. Last thing, before I get Emily up here, last night was awesome. Anybody that came, participated, awards night, scholarship night, it was incredible. The Dennis-Yarmouth community gave out over $300,000 in scholarships, almost $350,000. And Ms. Fornoff made the comment last night, well, the reason the students were able to receive some of that money is they applied for scholarships. When you're sitting out there, think about it. When your turn comes up, don't miss on it. We have a great community that wants to see you guys succeed, that wants to see you guys be successful, that wants to help you get to your next level. Apply for the scholarships. Get to the same place this class has. I have so much respect for this class. They've done an outstanding job since here. I'm going to miss them terribly. But now we're going to have some fun. All right? Where is Miss Texera? Where's Emily? Emily, come on up to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Funk. Good morning, my beautiful baby dolphins. It is so surreal to see all of you here today in caps and gowns, and to see Theo here on time. Welcome to Senior Last Assembly. We sit here in the gym where we once walked through as 7th graders to see the winter percussion shows, and sat on these floors as 8th graders for the 2018 pep rally. First off, I'd like to thank one of my bestie girls, Miss Endich, for all of her crazy hard work over the past few months for our amazing senior week. And a thank you to Bryn and Liam for not only bothering her every E period, but also assisting in our last experiences here at DY. Seniors, thank you all so much for the friendships, the lab partners, and the poetry performances for when I read Dead Butterfly as Dee Wallace interpretively danced in front of the entire school. Thank you, Mr. Marr and Mr. Howell. I would like to personally thank my best friend in this whole entire world, Ms. Fornoff, for probably getting most of us here today, being about 85% of your graduating experience, but for also being the true backbone of the school and for helping us out with having the new schedule start next year. But truly, seniors, thank you for all the memories, and I wish each and every one of you the best of successes and all you desire. Live second by second for the next few hours as a DY student and keep in touch. Congratulations, class of 2022. I would now like to introduce Molly Shea for the student history.
Hi. Okay, perfect. So I'm Molly Shea, and as class secretary, I'm in charge of our class history, and I will be presenting this in my own way. Previously on the class of 2022, we begin with season 1, and what a banger year. We were finally in the high school building and surrounded by actual adults as tiny 13 and 14-year-olds. The year started off with the marching band and color guard being lucky enough to travel to Disney and perform in their parade and became state and New England champions. Then the football team not only made it to the Super Bowl, but won. And of course, there was that scandalous episode with Elena Rooney and the infamous whale noises during the 8th grade science projects. The next season was our freshman year when the girls field hockey team won state championships and the theater performed the incredible Putnam County Spelling Bee. During our 3rd season of sophomore year, we all know it was cut a bit short, but even so, the girls soccer team made tournament and the boys basketball team made it to the playoffs. Junior year was probably the most unconventional high school year with half of everyone online and those in school wearing masks. Y'all were there, so I won't dwell on that. Season 5, senior year. For the opportunities lost in the previous year, I'd say we did a pretty good job making them up this year. After surviving a broken down bus, the marching band won grand champions, winning both New England and state champion title. Volleyball had a phenomenal season, becoming state champions led by Elena Rooney and Lucy Swanson. Our very own Eleanor Sears not only won Poetry Out Loud for her last year, but for the past 3 years in a row. How impressive is that? Dulcie Romulus and Kieran O'Reilly, being the killer musicians they are, made All-State. Bella Gannon was on fire this year. She broke the school record for the 100-meter dash with a time of 12.86 seconds. That's crazy. We had quite the successful Best Buddies basketball game, and esports made playoffs with DY finishing 3rd in state. Shout out to my faves, Mr. Rikers, Mr. Brennan. And somehow, the girls lacrosse team managed to make it to playoffs for the first time ever. The theater recovered from COVID with The Odd Couple and The Addams Family, which were some of the funniest and most enjoyable performances I have seen. Finally, we were fortunate enough to have had a senior prom after we lost our junior one, a fantastic celebration to the conclusion of our final season. Our class has seen some challenging times, but for the cards we were dealt, we accomplished so much and made some of the best and most memorable moments. Now, even if I didn't get the chance to mention you in this quick recap, you all were a part of everyone's high school experience and made an impact on this class, even if you don't realize it. I would like to thank all of you for being part of my high school experience and making it like none other. Always remember the people and places that have shaped who we are. We carry them with us as we move on to bigger and better things. Now it's time for you to direct your own episodes in the next seasons of your life, wherever it may take you. Thank you. Now the marshals will deliver the superlatives.
You guys can read them.
Actually, I need to fix my shit. Okay.
Are you in the first half?
Yeah. Jeez.
Our first senior superlative for most musical goes to Dulcie Romulus.
Next up, for most athletic, David Azor.
Where's Mr. Cutler? He's behind it. AP Chemistry? This one's for you. Teacher's pet, Emily Teixeira.
Most likely to become a teacher, Caleb Higgins.
Most likely to spill the tea, Alex Ferreira. Most likely to be late to graduation, John Stone.
Best female friends, Maddie and Tess.
Best male friends, Brendan and Oliver.
Best co-ed friends, Avery Bolts and Cam Peak.
Most artistic goes to D. Wallace.
And last but not least, I had to do this one. Class couple, Kieran and Emily. Now, if our class treasurer could come up, Oliver Fanfan.
Whew, I'm nervous. I'm shaking. All right. Good morning, DY. The class of 2022 has decided to dedicate our class gift to the Ken Jenks Scholarship Memorial Fund. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Jenks has been part of the DY community for a really long time and sadly passed away on March 12, 2021. By adding to the Ken Jenks Fund, the scholarship money rises, and once it hits $5,000, a community member will match it, and that number will add up to a total of $10,000 in scholarships for a future junior and so on. Congratulations to this awesome class of 2022. We went through a lot, but we're almost done. One more day to go. And now, introducing musical performances by Dulcie Romulus and Caleb Kotoya and Cameron Peak.
Okay, so me and Caleb are going to be singing, and Cam's going to be playing on the guitar, obviously. We decided to do The Climb by Miley Cyrus. Feels fitting for our generation, so yeah, all right. When Cam's ready, I guess we'll start. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I take feels, every move I make feels a lost with no direction. My faith is shaken.
I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain, always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you just have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but I just won't break. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Just gotta keep going, and
I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on.
gonna be another mountain, always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. There's always gonna be another mountain, always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb.
Keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, baby. It's all about the climb. Keep your faith, keep your faith.
That was that was incredible. Where's Dulcie? Dulcie, you know our deal, right? Right? The first Grammy Award, the principal gets to go. Okay, the first one. There's going to be multiple. I got to get to the first one, right? Great job, Caleb and Cameron. Outstanding. Again, Miss Riley, you've spent a lot of time with those students. I know you have all year. So big shout out to Miss Riley and her chorus. Great job. Guys are fantastic. All right, moving on. Academic awards. Let's not forget, we are an academic institution. And we have a tremendous class in front of us. I said this last night. The first 14 students in this class had a 4.0 or higher. It's incredible. I'm going to recognize our salutatorian and our valedictorian. The salutatorian is the number 2 student in the class, and the valedictorian is the number 1 student in the class. And again, think about it. First 14 kids, 4.0. Some heavy-duty competition here. And again, as teachers, as educators, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for kids to excel in academics, and you guys have gone off the chart. So, our salutatorian. We now come to the recognition of salutatorian and valedictorian. Salutatorian receives a plaque and a scholarship award from the school committee. I'm proud to present this year's salutatorian who completed her studies at Dennis-Yarmouth High School with a 4.2594 grade point average. It is my honor to introduce salutatorian of the class of 2022, Emma Cote. Maybe I forgot the medal announcement. All right. Thanks, Emma. Congratulations. Valedictorian award is given to the top-ranked student in the senior class. He receives a plaque and a scholarship award from the school committee. That was done last night at awards night. I'm delivering a medal here from the principal. But the valedictorian in the class of 2022 finished his studies with a 4.2649 grade point average. It is my honor to introduce the valedictorian class of 2022, Brent O'Hearn. Congrats, both of you guys. At this point, I'm going to introduce Miss Adams and our National Honor Society advisor.
Thank you. Good morning. The National Honor Society is the nation's premier organization established over 100 years ago to recognize outstanding high school students. Students demonstrate excellence in scholarship with a GPA of 3.5 or higher, service, leadership, and character. There are 31 senior members of NHS. So after I call your name, please stand and remain standing till we name them all. Elsie Agurkis, Ivy Brown, Samantha Colgan, Caleb Katoya, Matthew Farmosa, Alex Ferrara, Julia Frohmeyer, Isabella Gannon, Caden Gardner, Caleb Higgins, Emma Cote, Katie Landry, our Vice President, Grace Lerpain, Barbara Maciel, Riley Miller, Emma Mulak, Brent O'Hearn, Karen O'Reilly, Charlotte Peak, Caroline Rodick, Dulcie Romulus, Elena Rooney, Eleanor Sears, Mary Sadbegian, Molly Shea, John Stone, Lucy Swanson, Emily Texera, Amelia Vieira, our president, Michelle Wu, and Lucille Young. I'm grateful to have worked with you for 2 years. I'm comforted to know, as we all should be, that you'll be our future leaders. Thank you. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Kessler.
Good morning, class of 2022. I am not Mrs. Kessler, I'm Mrs. DYRHS, speaking on behalf of Mrs. Kessler. I am honored to stand before you today to recognize the following students who have not only achieved academic success, but have consistently demonstrated the highest qualities in art, scholarship, character, and service. The following members of the National Art Honor Society have dedicated hours of their time serving our school and communities. I would like to recognize you and ask you that you please stand when I call your name and allow our DY community to celebrate your accomplishments. National Art Honor Society member Katie Landry, please stand. Molly Shea, Michelle Wu, Taylor Judge, Amanda Staffier, Dee Wallace, Ivy Brown, and Izzy Restaino. I am confident that you will continue your pursuits of service and excellence, sharing your gifts and talents with the communities you find yourselves in. Congratulations to all, and this is on behalf of the entire art department. Excellent job, everybody. Very proud of you. Thank you. You may sit down. I'm pleased to introduce Mrs. Riley, Tri-M Advisor.
Thank you, Mrs. DYRHS. Good morning, I am Mrs. Riley, the advisor of the Tri-M National Music Honor Society. The Tri-M National Music Honor Society stands for Modern Music Masters, in which students have been carefully selected on the basis of scholarship, character, leadership, and service. Each student inducted into the Dennis-Yarmouth Regional High School chapter of Tri-M leads as an extraordinary example in each standard and have given themselves selflessly to the music department at Dennis-Yarmouth and the musical community beyond. You can recognize our graduating Tri-M members as they wear a pink cord, as pink is the academic color for music. Seniors, please stand as I call your name to be recognized. Ivy Brown. Shelby Gomes. Daniel Jornay. Barbara Maceo. Kieran O'Reilly. Dulcie Romulus. Elena Rooney. Molly Shea. And Emily Texera. Before I leave you, remember these lasting words from Plato. Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Congratulations, and may you continue to make and enjoy music for the rest of your lives. It is my honor now to introduce Frau Horton for the German Honor Society. Frau Horn, not Horton.
Guten Morgen, DY Dolphins. Becoming a member of the National German Honor Society, die Deutsche Ehrenverbindung, Delta Epsilon Phi, is one of the highest honors that can be awarded to a student who chooses German as their foreign language in high school. Membership is an honor, responsibility, and obligation, and involves commitments such as an ongoing interest in the study of German language and culture, the promotion of German study among younger and other students, community service and supporting our community in general, and an active commitment to support the German program at DY. The following students are members of the National German Honor Society. Their hard work, devotion, and support paid off, and they are an integral part of the DY German program. They all were awarded for their outstanding academic achievements and have an overall GPA of 3.0 or better and a 3.6 GPA or better in German. Please stand up when I call your name to be recognized. Avery Bolts. Kieran O'Reilly. And Mary Shadbijan. I'm wishing you all the best for your future endeavors and hope you will always carry a little piece of German in your heart. Herzlichen Glückwunsch und alles Gute für eure Zukunft. Congratulations. Next up, please welcome the National Spanish Honor Society advisor, Senora Esperson Golden.
Buenos dias, DY. As the advisor of the El Morro chapter of the Dennis-Yarmouth Regional High School Sociedad Honoraria Hispánica, which is a Spanish National Honor Society, I'm pleased to announce seniors who have fulfilled membership requirements. These requirements include maintaining a 3.5 or higher GPA in Spanish and an overall GPA of 3.2, as well as fulfilling community service hours. As your name is read, please stand so that your fellow DY Dolphins may congratulate you on this prestigious achievement. Liam Avellana. Kylie Ballard. Caleb Kotoya. Matthew Fahmoza. Isabella Gannon. Taylor Judge. Riley Miller. Brent O'Hearn. And I'm going to say Emily's name in Portuguese because I can't say it the way Americans say it. Emily Teixeira. And Lucille Young. Felicitaciones todos a una. Nice job, guys. I am now going to have Mrs. Murphy come up and announce the French National Honor Society students.
Bonjour, mes Delphines. It is my honor, as the advisor to the French National Honor Society, by the way, it's the first time ever in DY history, to present to you this morning the 4 seniors in the French National Honor Society. Each of these inductees has worked very hard throughout their years at DY and has maintained an A- average in French and a B- overall average. I have known them all since 8th grade, and I am so very proud of them. Today they are wearing the French National Honor Society cords in red, white, and blue, symbolic of the French flag. When you hear your name, please stand to be recognized for your achievements by your fellow Dolphins. Samantha Colgan. Emma Cote. Molly Shea. And Michelle Wu. Félicitations et vive le français. And now I would like to introduce Mr. Adam Cutler.
Hey everyone, my name is Mr. Cutler and I'm the advisor for the Science National Honor Society. This is an organization dedicated to creating the next generation of young scientific thinkers. We spent our time this year researching different principles in order to present them at the annual Regional Science Fair at Bridgewater next spring. I'd like to have a special shout out to Dr. Dave Frixell at the Dennis-Yarmouth Dennis Conservation and Land Trust and Dr. Deanna Ruiz from the Native Land Conservation for their help with that this year. And to those seniors who are part of this group, please stand as I read your names. Caleb Katoya, Bella Gannon, Riley Miller, Lucy Young, Shelby Gomes, Caroline Rodig, Samantha Colgan, Michelle Wu, Alex Ferreira, Bryn Hutton, Molly Shea, Grace Lepane, Emily Texera, Shannon Donahue, John Stone, Brent O'Hearn, Dulcie Romulus, Emma Cote, Mary Shedbejian, Eleanor Sears, Glenn Baker, Barbara Maciel, Katie Landry, Charlotte Peak, and Michael Alcott. I thank you as well for your participation this year, and good luck with your graduation and your future endeavors. I will now pass this podium over to Ms. Maycomb and the National Math Honor Society.
Thank you, Mr. Cutler. I would like to recognize our senior members of the DUI Math National Honor Society. These graduates are distinguished by their blue and gold cords. Blue represents truth as unlimited as the sky. Gold shines as a symbol that mathematics is indeed a valuable treasure. Admittance into the Math NHS requires a minimum 3.5 overall weighted GPA in college preparatory math courses. The principal purpose of Math NHS is to stimulate a deeper interest in mathematics. Will the following seniors stand and stay standing as I read your names? Grace Lepane, Emily Teixeira, Brent O'Hearn, John Stone, Matt Formosa, Caden Gardner, Caleb Katoya, Michael Alcott, Riley Miller, Michelle Wu, Mary Shedbejian, Alexis Dagnall, Caroline Rodig, Shamar Walker, Lucy Young, Shannon Donahue. Good job. We are proud to recognize you for your grit, perseverance, keen interest in mathematics, and your community service, helping others in math. Thank you. You may be seated. I would now like to introduce Ms. O'Connor, our athletic director.
Thank you. I'm here to hand out the Boston Globe, Boston Herald All-Scholastic Awards. These awards are presented to athletes who have shown themselves to have performed above and beyond the team and league level. The young people that we present these to today are all examples of hard work, dedication to their sport, and perseverance. I am pleased to present the Boston Herald All-Scholastic Grace Award, to Grace Presswood. I am also pleased to present the Boston Herald All-Scholastic and the Boston Globe All-Scholastic Award to Lucy Swanson. And now I would like to introduce Ms. Chaucy. She is the 2021 Educator of the Year, and she will present that to the 2022 Educator of the Year.
Good morning and congratulations, seniors. Last year, we were live streaming this event in our classrooms, and after my name was announced, I remember my B block having a comment and a question. The comment was, "Gosh, Mrs. Chauncey, we didn't know you did any of that stuff." The question was, well, why don't students vote for the Educator of the Year? And so I told them that their comment answered their own question. As students, you don't always see what your teachers do beyond your classroom. You certainly don't meet every teacher in the building or see how one teacher's actions affect the building as a whole. One educator's accomplishments are usually the result of a team of support behind them. My accomplishments last year would not have happened without my colleagues in the science department, administration, the guidance department, my family, and relationships I've made in the community. And the success of many students at DY would not have happened without the behind-the-scene work of our 2022 Educator of the Year. Some comments that staff wrote about this person include, this person constantly goes above and beyond to meet the diverse needs of the students in her stead. She is empathetic, in tune with her students, and incredibly valuable as a co-teacher, a positive influence in the classroom. She creates and maintains valuable professional and personal relationships and is always there when needed. She is more than deserving of this honor, a real MVP. This nominee is absolutely electric in the building. She builds valuable and constructive relationships with every student and is able to build lessons that play to students' strengths while improving their weaknesses. When DY ran a trusted adult poll this past year, 150 students responded, identifying 50 adults in the building that they trust. She was one of the top 4 teachers who were recognized. Her impact on her students' social emotional development, as well as their educational goals, are so positive and clearly evident to everyone who sees her. DY would not be the same without her. This educator did unbelievable work to promote Black History Month, supported the Diversity Club, and encouraged student success through EOS and the PBIS teams. This teacher is always willing to lend a hand. She embraces each student with their unique needs. She has amazing school spirit, coaches golf, and is a consistent fan in the stands at games and events. So seniors, my advice to you all is to strive to emulate the characteristics of this educator. Stay humble, recognize and celebrate diversity, care about and help others in need, spread positivity, be respectful, and you will be respected. Be like this teacher. It is my honor to award the 2022 DY Educator of the Year to Ms. Tracy Wise. Say thank you.
I'm very overwhelmed right now and very humbled. I'm glad I have my grandson here with me and my granddaughter. To my family, especially my children, Samantha, Danielle, Stephanie, my son Will, I love y'all. Y'all make me a better human being. To my grandchildren, Luke, Emerson, and my grandson Nolan, who's at school, y'all bring so much joy to my world. Thank you. To my best friend of 20 years, Trudy, you've been there from the beginning, and I love you for it. Thank you. To my wife of over 20 years, this family wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And I probably wouldn't be standing here because you support my crazy ideas. When I bring kids home, you feed them when we do schoolwork. So you're just as much a part of this as anyone. So thank you. To everyone else, I want to say thank you. There's a lot of people in this room and who've come through these halls before you that have given me the honor and blessed me with your triumphs, your sorrows, your ups, your downs. I don't take that stuff lightly, so I do appreciate you trusting me in some of those times. To the class of 2022, the best advice I can give you is find your village. Find those few people that will surround you and cheer for you even when you're crazy. Find those ones that'll build you up, not tear you down. What else? Second, I would say, be comfort in the uncomfortable. Because when we're uncomfortable, that's where change happens. That's where we grow, and that's where we learn. So stay in those moments and learn. And last, do what I did. Find what you love and call it work. Congratulations.
Thank you and congratulations, Ms. Wise. I would now like to call up Junior Class President Kristen Stagg for the senior send-off.
For my class, the seniors have always seemed to be the cooler older kids. I know I, for one, always watched what they did and always caught myself thinking, I want to be like them. I want to do that. I can't wait to graduate and get older. And, you know, I'm starting to regret thinking that now. These years have gone by so fast, too fast, and it's hard to keep up with it all. Looking back now, it's incredible to think that the big kids that I used to shy away from have turned into some of my best friends and classmates. The seniors in the class of 2022 have affected me in ways I could never begin to explain, and I don't think I'd be the person I am today without their guidance. You all have accomplished so much in your time here. Whether you know it or not, you've touched the hearts and changed the minds of so many students around this school. You've made this place better. I know we all talk about the DY advantage, but for me, the genuine advantage has been you. And it's hard to believe that after years and years of I can't wait to graduate, you're finally here. And I'm proud to have experienced a piece of your journey with you. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. And we, the junior class, congratulate you and wish you well on wherever the wind may take you. Thank you for being part of our lives. We'll miss you. So, without further ado, please welcome my best friend and your senior class president, Eleanor Sears.
You guys put me after the 2 acts that would get me emotional. All right. Fellow students, faculty, and members of the Dennis-Yarmouth School District, I am so honored to be here standing before you all with your undivided attention. It was only 1 year ago that I stood before you all as your junior class president and delivered a speech celebrating the class of 2021's graduation. And sometimes it feels like I closed my eyes for 1 second in between that moment and this one, and yet now it's our graduation that we're commending ourselves for. It is easy to revel in the years that we had, but it is so important to remember that there is still work to be done. I was reflecting upon the speech that I gave last year, during which I applauded the past year's seniors for their persistence, despite every possible thing that could possibly go wrong, going wrong, and realized that many of these same things that I listed are things that we too have rallied together through. The morning traffic is still just as tedious. The heat was unbearable, the snowstorms and hurricanes still hit us just as hard, and we all still managed to redefine so many bars set by the previous class. Despite how everything is changing for the friends I've had the pleasure of growing up with, all of the work we've struggled through, the change we've dedicated ourselves to, not much has changed in the school itself. Many of us have likely experienced the conundrum of reflecting on what we're proudest of accomplishing in these past 5 years. For some, this could be leading our teams or clubs to new heights, making it through school with the grades you always wanted, or even just making it through the year. I know that after weeks of deliberation, I can say I'm proudest of my dedication to my own ideals. I have spent a while addressing my peers, as have many of the speeches we've listened to before my own. So I think it is only right of me to address the people that we will be leaving behind, which are the underclassmen themselves. Last year, all I wanted to do was ask the seniors how they pushed through it. I never did personally, since I was too afraid to, and I can only imagine there are underclassmen feeling the exact same way I did. Therefore, here is my advice for an underclassman. To the underclassman who's becoming a captain on their team or for their section, don't let anyone tell you you're just doing the exact same things the captain before you did or making the same mistakes. You are your own leader. Be the upperclassman you needed when you were younger, not the spitting image of the leader you think people liked best. Every single captain can tell you that they have things they do differently anyways. On that note, to the underclassman who is assuming any leadership position next year, be humble, be modest. Never assume that you are more important than the people around you because of a few words. We as leaders are responsible for making a welcoming and positive environment that everyone can thrive in, and that should be the main reason that you're a student leader. It should never be just for the shiny title. To the underclassman that knows exactly what they want to be doing with your life, stay driven. Use your time in high school wisely, as these years can prepare you so well for what's to come. To the underclassman that doesn't know what they want to do with their lives post-high school, I was you 7 or 8 months ago. So many of us have been in your shoes, and even more of us need to remember that sometimes these commitments won't actually be for forever. The majority of us won't graduate college with the same plans and career goals as we will be graduating high school with, and that's the beauty of adapting to your own interests. And to the underclassmen that thinks they're struggling without anyone else to support them, who feels like it's just them against the entire world, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that on top of the stress of school. There are many students who have been or are in your position. In a report by the CDC in April of this year, it was reported that 37.1% of students experienced poor mental health and 44.2% experienced persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness during the pandemic. It is undeniable that these statistics would include students in this school's student body, and I know that I would certainly be among those students. It's impossible to believe that simply returning to school full-time will solve all of these issues instantaneously, but reaching out to those around you can help. The best advice I can give as a graduating senior is to understand that you are your own best advocate. Your voice is powerful, so make this school a safer place for students such as yourself. To the teachers, friends, and mentors that we leave behind us, Thank you for providing us with the communities we needed to thrive during our time in high school. Though we will be creating our own new communities and support systems wherever we head next, all we ask is that you continue to support each other and give your students and peers the thoughtful kindness they deserve. Thank you to everyone who sits before me, anticipating the last hours as high school students, for all of the lessons you taught each other and the memories I know we will carry with us when we depart. Thank you.
Eleanor, great job. Tough act to follow. Do a terrific job up here. Marshals? Getting close, class of 22. We're getting close to getting that diploma. Alex, Mr. Pendleton.